Good evening or morning or afternoon or whatever time you're watching this fine video I am making. Today I'm going to be making my very first lanyard with a D-ring hook. I've watched several videos and they are making them different sizes, anywhere from 36 to 42 inches. So I think I'm going to go about a 40-inch lanyard. And they start out at 40 inches of fabric and then 3 inches wide. That's how you start out with your lanyard. It's 3 inches by 40 for today. Make it whatever size you want. So I've got these really cool D-ring hooks that we're going to be using. I just got these from Amazon today. They rotate. So this would be good for badges, keys, whatever you want to put on them. But they rotate. And this is like a rose pink, so we're going to be doing pink thread. I hope you can see that. And excuse my hands, I got resin burn, and so my hands are basically peeling off. So here's the hooks I got. They have several different colors, pretty cool. These are going to be a 1 inch. I have some ½ inch, and when I was going to make one, I'm like, this is not going to work. You can do it, but you would have to put your fabric at 2 inches, I guess, is from what I saw in one of the videos. But then it would be half this size. So I want a kind of a bigger one, heavy dutier one. So here's the D-rings. You're going to need some quilting clips, something to cut with. I would use my fabric cutter, but I only think I'll need that if I'm going to cut a whole bunch of fabric at once. I'm just going to cut 3 inches up. I have folded this fabric in half, so it will be 20 inches up there and 3 inches here and 20 inches up. So this, make sure the fold line is at the bottom. I made the mistake earlier of going ahead and trying to cut it, and I end up cutting the fold line, and so 2 pieces split apart. Now you can sew several pieces together, kind of like quilting, and make your own long 40-inch piece of fabric if you want, but I'm not going to do that today. So you need something to cut with, a ruler, a cutting mat, and your handy dandy iron. You're going to definitely need this. Of course, your sewing machine. I've got a Brother CE1100 PRW. And I'm going to put everything away that I don't need right now. Got my iron heating up because this is not going to take long. At least they say it's not. For me, maybe. I might come across a few jams or something like that. So what you're going to do is cut 3 inches to 20. So I'm probably just going to cut right against the rule and hold it down as firmly as I can. My blade could use changing. It is very kind of dull. See right there, it didn't even get right here. I should have probably used my fabric cutter. Probably would have worked a lot better. Yeah, this is definitely needing changing. But it is, if you hear the fan in the background, it's because it's 86 degrees and it's nighttime. And it's only March. So I don't know what we're doing here in North Carolina. It snowed like not even a few weeks ago, it feels like. Now it's hot. And crazy weather. So I'm going to cut to the 20. Which is right there. So basically that's just going to be right across here. I tried to make it even when I folded it. Alright. So we are done with our measuring. So this should be 40 by 3 inches. So what you want to do is get your clips and just go ahead, or pins or whatever you use. Just kind of fold this so when you're ironing it doesn't move. You're supposed to fold it in half and iron it. And it's very long. I guess I don't need this many clips. Just a few. I wanted to do some different fabric, but it was not long enough. When I folded it, the pattern would have been going the opposite direction. So if you do a pattern, I'm guessing you're going to want it the face this way, the long way, so it's not sideways. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter because you're really going to be folding this a lot. All right. I love this little iron. Now if you have a bigger ironing board, that'd probably be better, but this is all I've got. Unless I want to go wake up my husband, because the other ironing board is in the bedroom. He's sleeping right now, so I don't think he wants me to do that. And this one isn't the best fabric. I bought this for Bowl Cozy, for the reverse Bowl Cozy. And it's a little bit thinner than I kind of wanted. It was on sale too. But hopefully it'll work. So now you open this up. You got a nice little seam here. And then you're going to fold in to the line and iron again. I guess you really don't need the clips. I just have a hard time getting things straight. So you can do this on both sides. I'm getting ready for the Farmville Dogwood Festival, and I plan to try to make a bunch of these. I don't know if it's going to happen because I'm behind on my bowl cozies and plate cozies. I already cut out the template. Well, I already cut out the squares for them. I have those two videos as well if you want to see those. Alright, so there's one half. This is very hot, by the way. I got all this loose thread I probably need to clean up. This isn't the best, like I said, fabric. It's kind of a little bit on the thinner side. Don't want all this to get into my sewing machine. Alright, so let's do it. So there's the middle right there. Put this like this. Right to the middle of the line. So the Farmville Dogwood Festival is in Farmville, North Carolina, April 23rd through the 26th. The vendors will be there from the 24th through the 26th. The rides start on the 23rd. They may have some food vendors at that time. I'm not sure. But I do know the craft vendors really don't start till the 24th on that Friday. So I'll be there all weekend. And I'll have a lot of resin stuff this year. And some sewing. I have earrings and stuff. You name it. Turtle. I happen to have this big turtle I have out there made with resin. He's really huge. A bunch of cute little things you probably haven't seen. But if you watch my videos, you can see some of the stuff I've already made that I most likely will be bringing out there. Alright, so I'm just cleaning this up a little bit. So there, we got our line in the middle, and then both on the sides touching close to the middle. You don't want to cover the middle because you got to fold it again. So now let's fold where the middle's at. Now this is where you will quilting clips because you're going to be sewing down both sides. It is just so hot today. It's just not even cool. And I don't want to turn my AC on. It's too early. I mean, the clock hasn't even changed yet. That's this weekend. And I'd have my window open, but there's no screen on it, so that's that. Hopefully, my husband said he was going to try to fix it for me. Quite honestly, I've got so much stuff in here, I probably can't even open the window. It's full of all my stuff for dogwood that I've already done. Alright, so got our clips on here. So what we're going to do is sew down one side and then sew down the other side. Sorry if you can't see this. You're just going to do about 1/4 inch. And I may fast forward this for you. Just let it glide. I like to let mine glide so I don't get it crooked. So this is about 1/4 inch. Make sure my clip's out of the way. That wouldn't be cool. Probably should have did the other side first. Probably would have been smarter. Move the clips out of the way. Got them a little bit close to the edge. I'll do a little back stitch. All right. So there's one side. And now we're going to do the other side. So here's my lanyard. All right. So now you put your D-ring hook on there, and you're going to put it in the middle like this. So look at the bad side. So this looks like the good side. So put the bad side on the outside of each one, if you can find the bad side of the fabric, because you're going to end up reversing this. So what you're going to do is sew right here at the two ends. So you've got your D-ring already on here. Just going to leave that alone for a minute. And you got your ends, these two pieces together. Go ahead and backstitch. Go a couple times over it, just so it doesn't come apart. That's where your key ring's going to be. All right. This is my first time. Remember, it's not going to be perfect. It looked easier than it seems to be. That's mainly just getting everything straight. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my iron off. I shouldn't need that anymore. So then you're gonna take your D-ring to where you sewed, and then you're going to flip it around. So here's where the D-ring is, and you see where this is. So you're just gonna flip it around like this. And turn it around, turn this around like that. That makes sense. So that little piece is inside. Isn't that cool? So now you're going to sew just above this hook. So if you look inside, this is where you had sewed on the outside, so you reverse it. And then you sew across, and we will be done. This is so cool. And I can't believe this is my first one. And I'm going to back stitch a couple times. And be careful not to hit your D-ring. Be very, very careful. I don't think that would be good. That would be something I would do. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit. This is so awesome. And I feel like I should have went even closer, but I didn't, so that's what we got going on here. So there is my very, very first lanyard. Oops. And I would show you, let's see if it fits on my head. I'm in my pajamas right now, so it goes down to my, it's actually perfect. It's not too long, and it fits over my head just fine. It's hard to say where it goes because I'm probably a different size than everybody else. But it's perfect size. Alright, so there's my very, very first lanyard. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you at the Farmville Dogwood Festival. And if you mention that you saw this video, the code will be, to make sure you saw this all the way, the code will be pink thread. That's the code. The first person, I can't tell everybody, but the first person that tells me pink thread will be getting either a free keychain or a free lanyard. So I want to see who watched this all the way to the end. That's hard for people to do. I know I've done that, where I get what I need and then I leave. But I want to see who watched this all the way to the end. and say pink thread, and I'll give you a free item under $10. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. And if you'd like to buy me coffee to help pay for some of my supplies, that would be awesome, so I can keep doing more videos. Thank you.